Yummy, right? This is what we're making today, and I'll leave more details in the description box, so welcome. So I had my chopped meat there, then a clean bowl. Then I was pounding my garlic and ginger. Yes, so these are the spices that I used. I used rosemary's. They were not so fresh. And then I also used chicken masala, of course, because it's chicken. You're trying not to use chicken on beef or pork. Then I used mixed spices. And I also used meat tenderizer just to soften the meat. So that's meat tenderizer. I know you can't see it clearly. And then I put all the spices in one bowl. And then this is chopped coriander. So I put it also in the bowl. And then I made the meat a bit more spicy so that the spices can soak in well. And then I mixed the meat with the spices in that bowl. Then I covered the meat to leave it overnight so that it can cook well. So what you're trying to do here is just mix the meat and make sure they're soaked in, and don't add water. Just the spices plus the meat, the wet meat, are enough to soak it. So the next morning I used eggs and milk and breadcrumbs and flour. Yes, I forgot to show the flour, but yeah. So I mixed the milk with eggs, and I placed my oil on heat. But okay, you're trying to use the minimum heat possible, just not to overcook the breadcrumbs. So on one side of my tray I used flour, and on the other one I put the breadcrumbs, so that just to have enough space. So you pick the meat from the bowl, put it in flour first, and what you're trying to do is make sure every side of that meat is getting its portion of the flour. You know, you don't want to miss a part, because the flour kind of puts this bready taste. There's just some nice taste it brings. So you just want the flour to get into every place, and then you just dip it into the milk and eggs, and then just dip it into the breadcrumbs. Same thing applies here, just trying to make it and touch every single part of the meat. Just make sure it's everywhere, yani it's shikad everywhere. Then place it on the pan on your hot. Then don't add the heat, just leave it at the minimum. It will cook better and it will cook the meat. Yes, and then serve. Just try not to overcook it, and then serve. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed it.